had a route, either be that lazy sort of post route, was Alan Pitts. It had one that we always knew he was going to run it. We just couldn't stop.
Ninth play of the drive. It's 2nd and 15. They screen it to Cornish. And John Cornish will get back to midfield, and it'll be 3rd down.
But how reassuring is it for a quarterback now? Henry Burris, they're going to have to kick. They got some field position here, though, and should have that advantage after this punt. But how reassuring is it to have a player and a route that you can lean on and rely on when you need it most? Second down and medium, 2nd down and 8 or 9. Nick Lewis, that little out route is money. And for the Calgary Stampeders of the past, it was Alan Pitts.
There's Weldon Brown back at his goal line. And Brown trying to get outside, does. And then gets tripped up. And is that going to be a tripping penalty? Demetrius Morley with the tackle.
On the goal line, which to me is a mistake. You give up a single there, you get the ball on the 35.
Holding penalty against Chris Thompson, a run against Edmonton. Eskimos backed up. Here's McCarty. And spun off first contact up to about the 17-yard line. And Calvin McCarty close to 9. And this would be a big 1st down for the Eskimos, trying to dig themselves out of a hole.
Well, they need a couple, to make up for that decision on the punt return. And what has been a real emphasis here in this game has been field position. We've talked a lot about it and the importance of it. And that was a 28-yard loss after the penalty on the decision by Weldon Brown.
2nd and short, and the big man Messam will crash for the 1st down.
Now 3 or 4 first downs for Edmonton, and they bail their teammate out there. But
you talked about the Eskimos run game. Messam struggling of late. First 5 wins for Marcus Crandall and Kavis Reed. They average 123 yards a game running. The last 3, they've averaged 41 yards a game rushing. So been a difference, all maybe interconnected with getting behind early in games. And there's an injury on the field here. Keon Raymond, a key guy in the Calgary defense, has been shaken up, so we'll step out. And TSN Mobile TV. They're still tailgating outside here at McMahon. Is this the best tailgate stadium in the Canadian Football League?
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
There's an inside handoff to Calvin McCarty. And a good 1st down production there with Keon Raymond out. Looks like he may only be out for 3 plays, but it's caused a change in that Calgary secondary.
Yeah, what they've done is move Demetrius Morley out to the wide side corner, the field corner, number 31. And they'll put Greg Fassett into the inside. He's going to play the halfback, and then Eric Fraser at safety. So that's the way they'll shake things up. 3 changes for 1 injury.
2nd down, a fake, and here's McCarty out of the backfield. Broke the first tackle, gets bumped out around the 35-yard line. And Demetrius Morley, who is already developing a reputation as a big hitter, with another one.
Yeah, and this is some Labor Day intensity. Sit back and watch this and have some fun. You gotta love that.
That's a couple big 1st downs, though, for the Eskimos. Jason Armstead's in motion back into the Edmonton offense. Big handoff inside, and there's a Darius Bowman. Eric Fraser trying to track him, missed him, and Bowman has another 1st down for Edmonton up around the 50-yard line. And Bowman has been a welcome addition back into the Edmonton lineup.
Yeah, that little play action to Jerome Messam here by Ricky Ray going right through the middle. That just bought enough of a freeze by the defense here in movement so that Bowman could get out into the flat. And when he did and got a little bit of outside leverage here, Ricky Ray just dropped it off to him. He did the rest after the catch.
And while we were watching that
legal
replay,
substitution, 13 men in the huddle. Edmonton, 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Now more confusion. That's the second time we've seen it. They almost got called a third time, and just when they were putting together a promising drive, they're backed up 10 yards.
Well, and these are drive killers. I mean, this is and an issue that they had in the first half. You got to believe that Kavis Reed addressed this at halftime.
So now 1st and 20. Back at the Edmonton 40. Draw play. Messam. And he'll get stuffed there as Claybrooks steps up.
It did, however, for Edmonton, bail out Weldon Brown a little bit because they did get out beyond the 35, which is where he would have got the football had he given up a single point there. So a couple of first downs have got them some breathing room, the Edmonton Eskimos, even if they have to punt here after this down.
Looking at 2nd and 15, and see if Ricky Ray airs it out. They had 2 possessions in this third quarter, no points yet, and they played over 9 minutes. Ray does want to go downfield, and he's got Armstead. The momentum takes him out at midfield, and a flag flies there.
I'm wondering about that flag. 2 things there. First of all, a mistake by one of the 2 Edmonton receivers, Andrew Nowacki or Armstead, because no way they should have been that close together on the sideline. They got away with that. I want to see what the flag is because it looked like it just...
After the play, major foul, unnecessary roughness. Calgary number 25, 15 yards at the end of the play, automatic first down.
Didn't see it, but Keon Raymond, the culprit, the guy who has not made many mistakes this year, makes a key one here.
Well, and he sat his 3 plays out. Remember, he was just injured, so this was his first play returning to the lineup. And what they're saying is that Armstead was well out of bounds and Nowacki did not have the ball, and there was no reason for Keon Raymond to hit him there.
Turns out to be a 26-yard play with the pass and the penalty. There's the toss to the right side, and the Messam train gets upended at the 35-yard line.
But, you know, there's penalties that coaches can accept, you know, things that happen, a holding in the offensive line or things like that. And then there's penalties that are really either killing a drive offensively or extending one against your defense. And that's what Keon Raymond's penalty did there. And after the whistle penalty that extended the drive after the penalty that put Edmonton in such a hole. So, you know, coaches, both of them will be frustrated there.
Stampeders have taken the most penalty yards this year, averaging 102 a game. And as you mentioned, 154 in the loss against Edmonton. Here comes the heat from Charleston Hughes, and the ball falls incomplete. And the Eskimos' drive will stop as they're unable to convert on 2nd and 5.
But not much wind here, and is it field goal range? And when you started where the Edmonton Eskimos started on this drive, I think Kavis Reed be real happy, especially with taking that too many men penalty, putting him in the hole and getting a chance here for 3 points.
Well, they put Derek Schiavone on the roster to help improve their field goal percentage. So far, so good, as he's hit from 46 and 20. This from 42. And Derek Schiavone brings it in, and what a decision that's turned out to be. It's an 11-point Edmonton lead. Shop at lots of Labor Day memories and some star attractions, just like Doug Flutie, who lit it up back in '94. And you were talking about Alan Pitts earlier.
And there it is. You'll see in just this pack alone, the 2 banana routes into the middle. That's what I used to call it, that banana route. He didn't really run a route. He just kind of bent it into the middle. And Alan Pitts could not be stopped on it. And we saw him in 2 highlights there. And we've seen him in the end zone a bunch over the years in this Labor Day Classic.
Boy, and that run in the 90s with Doug Flutie and then Jeff Garcia.
Calgary number 60, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
There's Tony Washington called again. It was Calgary almost unbeatable. It was surprising to see Ron Lancaster's record, such a good coach, and yet he was 1-6 in the Labor Day games because he was right in the middle of that Doug Flutie era. penalties mounting. Those numbers will be addressed by John Hufnagel, you would think. Pressure, Burris hit as he tried to deliver it. The ball loose, and Greg Peach has got it. And are they ruling that a fumble? An Edmonton ball? It looks like it. And the Edmonton Eskimos have forced Henry Burris into a couple of critical fumbles here today.
Looked to me like Marcus Howard, who the Edmonton Eskimos are very high on, got great pressure off the edge. He comes from the backside based on his celebration. Nice little stutter step move. He comes around the corner, knocks the ball out of Henry Burris's hands. Was the arm moving forward on the hit? I don't think so.
Challenge flag has come out from the Calgary sidelines. John Hufnagel wants another look. And even though he may not be sure, he's pretty well got to take a chance here and see if he can get a call.
Calgary is challenging the ruling on the field of a fumble. We'll review the play.
Yeah, no question, he's got a challenge. He's got to take another look at it.
We got this one. We got this. Bring it back to Edmonton.
Greg Beach believes he's going to get the call. Marcus Howard, newcomer to this lineup, and the Edmonton Eskimos feel he has changed their defense, and he may have just changed the complexion of this game.
I think timing's pretty good. I thought on the initial replay that it was right at the at the back end of the release here. The arm comes forward, but the ball's already out.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It was a fumble. First down, Edmonton.
Last time Burris fumbled deep in his own zone. The Eskimos took 2 plays to capitalize, and now a chance to really take command of this game here in the third quarter.
And Greg Peach makes yet another play. His first game back from injury.
Well, they feel that that is a huge strength of this Eskimo defense. With Howard, Williams, and Peach, and we've heard from all of them so far today. First and goal for the 7. Here comes Heath, right into the end zone, and Armstead can't get there. Great coverage there by Brandon Smith.
Fans wanted a penalty for offensive pass interference. So does Brandon Smith. He thought that Armstead kind of climbed up the back of him, or he might have had a chance for an interception, and they may have an argument here. Jason Armstead's the inside receiver, is going to run a corner route, and he does get outside leverage, but you can see Brandon Smith jumps to the better position. And did Armstead grab his jersey and slow him from the possibility of an interception? Got away with it either way.
Second and goal from the 7. Great over the middle, touchdown! Great catch for Andrew Nowacki, and he has his first major of the season.
In dramatic fashion, Chris, a great catch. Xander Nowacki is getting pressured from the outside. He's got to maintain his focus as the football comes. It looked like through the hands of a defender right there, and take the hit and hang on.
So a couple of Edmonton Eskimo touchdowns following immediately after Henry Burris fumbles. And the green and gold extend their lead. Schiavone the point after. And it's an 18-point lead for the visitors in the Battle of Alberta.
How many do you want? How many do you want?
At Rona, 90% of our suppliers come from here.
How many do you want?
Which means a lot of products from Canada and a lot of jobs for Canadians.
How many do you want?
I hear you.
Rona, doing it right.
Casa de Mama. It's thin base, the rising crispy edge, like Mama used to make. How she carefully prepared a special dough with zesty tomato sauce, mouth-watering meats, and fresh-tasting garden vegetables.
Stop dreaming, boy. Eat your pizza.
Casa di Mama frozen pizzas from Dr. Oetker. Homemade pizza taste.
like Mama used to make.
"25 unanswered points for the Eskimos have left the fans here looking in disbelief at McMahon.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's shock face right there. I mean, this is a team on a 4-game win streak with a quarterback that just threw against Montreal for over 400 yards.
Mom and Dad, I love you guys. Erica, little Everly, Daddy loves you. Everybody else back home, let's get it.
That's a big catch. Big catch for Daddy.
An 18-point lead. Larry Taylor trying to energize this Stampeder team as he tries to get outside, but there's a flag in just behind him. John Cornish pleading innocence.
But there was so much building and so much adversity that the Eskimos had faced coming into this game. The 3-game losing streak we've talked about, but they're coming off that 36